the message. Oh, look at this animation. Like I said, this looks like those old 80s, 90s TV companies, like intros. Mm-hmm. But we are still missing the fifth one and the Girl in the Tower song. Oh, really? Chris Jones. I don't know. I have like a real love and hate relationship with the sixth one. Sorry, seventh one. It was really beautiful when it came out, but I don't know. It had so much problems. No, sorry, wait. I have played this. Yeah, it's the same. I have played this.
Your Majesty. King Graham?
Yes, I have.
Oh, yes, Minister...
Gervain, sire.
Of course. My apologies, Gervain.
Back in the day.
Not necessary, Your Majesty. After all, I've been your security and defense minister for but a short while.
Yes. Where did you say you were from again?
Just some small, insignificant land to the far south. Pales greatly in comparison to your realm, my lord.
Ah, do you have something to report?
This is the continuation from the first game, and we're the same guy, but we are a king.
Concern regarding the duty shifts of
But
some
we
of
are
the
just
castle
missing a
guards
queen.
and of the countryside patrols.
Lanzarote, yes.
Also, we are expecting our armed entourage from our nearest
Lanzarote.
neighbor to return within the week.
Or Goa.
And there is the matter of an alliance with... my liege?
My apologies again, Minister Gervain. Please, continue.
Yes. As I was
Ibiza.
saying, there is the matter of an alliance with Hesperia. They've become a strong nation now, and it may be prudent to show our willingness to support them, lest they decide we are more of a hindrance than a help.
Does the king there have any daughters who've come of age?
Ooh.
I do not believe so, sire.
I need some
As
pooty.
for the security arrangements for the royal ball held last week, I do believe the evening went by very smoothly. I dare say just about every princess in this region attended, and not one lost slipper, to coin a phrase.
Ugh, please, do not remind me.
Indeed, they were none too fetching. Would you like me to go over your plans for today, my lord? Very well.
Oh, forgive me once again. I am afraid that my mind wanders much these days. I wonder if my predecessor experienced times like these.
No doubt. Though I did not know King Edward the Benevolent personally, I understand he was a happy and astute man during his married life, before his wife passed away, that is. If I may be so bold,
Girl in
perhaps my
the
lord
tower.
is feeling that certain rooms in his castle are somewhat sparsely filled. The throne room, for example. And other rooms that serve but a single soul, like your dining room and your bed chambers.
Just drawing really good emotes in the chat.
Perhaps, but I do fear I've met no such candidates that would fill.
Yeah, I have played this game now, I remember.
You should not lose
But
heart, Your Majesty.
third one I haven't.
If you
that I know.
pause to reflect for but a moment, you
Okay,
may
it was
see
called
clearly what is
King's
hidden
Quest 3
from
Redux.
others.
That I haven't played. And now, yeah,
You
yeah.
gaze into the mirror.
That's how
The
mirrors work.
master's words seem to echo in your head. If
That's-
you pause to reflect for but
That
a
is like
moment,
basically like the.
not that you've been doing much else lately.
That's basically
For many
like this.
weeks now,
This
you've been
like a
reflecting
Lance
over the
Tinder.
direction your life has taken. While Daventry has
Ei
prospered
varmaan-
under
ei
your
murus varmaan.
wise leadership, so far your existence has been a
Voin sä voi
dreadfully
kirjoittaa kommentteja?
lonely one. Wait, the mirror is changing. As you watch, you begin to see a series of images,
Yeah,
though you
Tinder.
struggle to
Just-
fathom their meaning. You
Ibiza.
recognize the landscape.
No.
It is Kalima, a land not far from Daventry.
Oh! 3D animations. This really looks like those like late 90s kids shows. Oh, bowling ball. This is Ibiza. Just missing like Venga Boys. I'm going to Ibiza. Ticket. No, that's Sprite. And not a 3D model. Oh, once again, girl in a tower.
You see the most beautiful woman you have ever set eyes upon. Somehow you can feel her sadness and her intense desire to
going to
leave
Ibiza.
that place. She is a prisoner in that tower.
Did you find what you were looking for, sire?
Nope.
I require my ship ready for transport, Gervain. I shall be going on a trip presently.
Indeed. Where shall I tell the captain you'll be heading?
To Kalima. I have to find someone.
I see.
Yeah, it was Tinder.
Well, if you must go, it is my duty to ensure that you leave prepared.
And he just
Arm
decides that
yourself,
the woman
sire.
will like
I
him.
hear Kalima is not the safe haven it once was.
Of course. I shall take the sword of the first king, as is my right.
A wise precaution, sire. And, if I may be so brash to ask, who might you be seeking?
If all goes well, my bride.
This Maria, who likes to travel, wine, she has cats. And what else? No, now we have a blade. Storytelling. Kalima. No, yeah, let's see if this game has the...
Father,
Sister Agatha,
how may I be of service?
an opportunity has arisen, sister. I trust you still have your captive held securely away.
Of course.
A bit
Look at that
cruel
nose.
keeping him locked
What
away
does it
like
remind
that.
you?
Do you not think?
No. How dare she?
If you
let her
take those
beauty
like sides
upon
away,
all to see?
what does that
Her
nose remind you?
foolish will admirers see her and forget that I was the most beautiful of all in my day.
And in your own special way, you are still beautiful.
You devil!
That is not an unfair description.
Now, you mentioned a service, I believe.
Yes.
Pen is a nose, yes, it's a pen is a nose.
His faithful minister that he shall be departing for Kolimba presently. On a quest, you might say.
Really? What kind?
The kind that involves sticking his neck out to rescue a damsel in distress.
And what have I to do with his neck?
Oh.
Simply, my dear, sever it.
DDD. Where's my...
A day's journeying from Daventry has found you by the shores of Kolyma. Your ship, the Grand Thethora, and its crew have deposited you and will return the day after tomorrow. Hopefully, this will give
But I
you
like
enough
that it's
time
like
to
a-
locate
these are
and
like a
release
fan-made
the imprisoned
games.
woman you saw in the magic mirror.
And they still have like a surprisingly good voice acting. Let's see. I was thinking about the same thing. I want to see it. I'm going to eat pizza.
You need to... You untangle the net from the pylon and take it with you. Don't...
We need more pylons. No. Ba 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 da da ba ba da. But I did enjoy the fourth one. I think that it was a fun game. Greetings, Lilo.
The fallen
Happy
picket
Monday.
feels reasonably sturdy and is pointed.
Happy Monday. Boom, 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 boom. I want you in my castle.
Repressing the...
Hello, who are you?
My name is Graham. What is yours?
Possum. That is what my grandma calls me. She is not at all
The
around
quality
these
of the...
days.
But the audio quality is
I
just...
was collecting flowers for her, but now I cannot anymore.
Why is that?
Doom, doom,
My
doom, doom.
basket is missing. I looked everywhere for it. It must be around here somewhere.
I will keep my eye out for it.
Thank you, Graham.
Yay. I'm going to eat pizza. I wonder what the members of Venga Boys look nowadays.
The beautiful blue lake. The beautiful...
I think we used this here. Yeah,
You walk into position and try to...
this is fun. Or
You throw the net over the pond, and the baby bird is caught unharmed.
Venga Oldman. Ooh. Venga Teddies.
A large... The lemon...
Oh, lemon tree. That was a... They
You
played...
reach out and pluck a large, juicy-looking lemon from
They-
the tree.
They did play that song a lot back in the day, that Lemon Tree. What was the band's name? Just the day you talk me about the blue, blue sky. Now I... blah, blah. What was the band's name? I just can see. It's just another lemon tree. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. But these are like really nicely made. But that font.
The sign reads,
That font.
"There's no need. Don't bother. There's nothing."
Nothing. Fool's Garden, yeah, it was that. That was Fool's Garden. No, but if something is so epic, it doesn't even need a name.
One of the trees here. There is a size. When you peer into the hole of the pine tree, you see
Mallet. Columa.
the sign reads Kalima.
Kalima.
It is likely that this
It was in the
haystack
second
was
Indiana
piled
Jones
here by
movie.
farmers from the town.
Right.
A faded blue sheet has been tightly stretched across it to prevent the
Kalima.
straw from blowing away in the wind.
Hey!
What? Who said that?
I did!
Huh?
I'm down here, in the hay!
Oh. Well, who are you?
My name is,
Yes?
Okay, well,
I can't seem to remember.
this is like 20 years. This is a fan remake that was made like 20 years ago.
Well then, what are you?
Early 2000, I believe.
I'm,
Yes?
can't seem to remember that either.
Well, what are you doing in this haystack?
That's easy. I was looking for,
You can't remember.
no. Sorry.
How long have you been in there?
Let's see. It couldn't be longer than,
Yes?
3, maybe 4 weeks.
Weeks?
Yep.
Yeah.
Pardon me for saying, but you sound as if you have a bit of a cold.
Yes. It's all this hay. It's giving me hay fever.
Not a bad voice actor, but the audio quality is low, really low. You know.
The haystack, or rather whoever or whatever is inside it, is no longer responsive to your inquiries. It is maybe.
Oh, they are. Ooh.
You see a man bending over the fountain. He appears to be trying to retrieve something from it.
Or maybe the old times when you had like those really lousy headphones and used them as a mic.
Got him.
I don't know, Murs. Would you like it?
Greetings, merchant.
Ah, to you, good day. Shh. A visitor arrived new, no? A sense I possess for these things. Need you have for my wares of great specialty?
Perhaps, but first, I'm curious. Where did you come by such a pumpkin?
Eyes quite keen have you. Indeed, a specimen unique it is.
Be quiet.
The gift of speech among plants so rare, yes?
Quite so. Are you planning to sell it?
Sell? Never would I sell such a thing as this.
It'll make me incredibly rich.
I mean, entrusted it was to my care. Watch over it, I must.
Forget it. I'm not taking you back to that patch. So pipe down.
Oi, laddie. No, that's
of
Australian
importance
accent and
I
not.
speak not.
I was doing like
Trouble
Scottish.
to your ears I meant none.
Ripper.
The farmers are.
May I help you?
Yes, I was hoping to enrich my knowledge of this
Hey,
fair
Basil.
land by way of perusing your
Is that how you
historical
when you nowadays talk every morning you
that
talk
was
to your
well
wife?
put.
We want mama.
Not terribly effective, though.
What's your mama? Hey Basil, happy Monday.
Pardon me, perhaps I was not clear.
You were.
Then may I?
No,
Is that? I want
Can't
milk.
you are not a member.
Well then, can I become a member?
No,
No.
Why can I not become a member?
we already have far too many members. It's difficult to keep track of everything.
How many members are there?
2.
Oh, that is.
If I may inquire, who are your 2 members?
You may not. Neither the Count of Kalima nor the elderly gentleman who lives next door would approve of my divulging that information to you.
Ah, thank you anyway. You mentioned that the Count of Kalima is a member of this library.
Yes.
Have you seen him recently?
The librarian looks at you strangely.
No.
Is there any way I might meet the Count?
Yes.
How?
Die.
Aha.
I would have to die to meet the Count?
Depends.
On what?
Your importance.
And if I am important?
Then you might be fortunate enough to be buried on his estate.
Who is buried on the Count's estate?
Counts.
Aha, past Counts, of course. Anyone else?
Yes.
Who?
Him.
Pardon? Do you mean the Count is dead?
The librarian decides to avoid your gaze and seems disinclined to speak further with you on the subject. The librarian...
Aha. Okay. These are the fan remakes, though. I recommend play the original one first.
There appear... The door is locked. You notice a tiny... You attempt to edge it out with your fingers, but you cannot manage to get a grasp on it.
Good sir. Well, I do have like my grandfather's like old hats.
The door is
But they
plain
used
and has
back
a
in the day.
mail slot. It also
Over
has a
there, but
sign
not gonna
posted
use
on
them.
it. You read it.
This is blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Fresh blah blah blah. Real to death. Meets Lord just.
You also notice some...
Yeah, you meet the Lord in the other game.
Making sure that no one is watching, you slide the wooden picket under the door and draw out what appears to be a letter.
They always look nice. I don't know, there's like its own charm.
You open the letter and read it. Dear applicant,
Oh, that kind of
please
that.
find enclosed
No,
the
sorry, I don't
library
have that.
membership card to which you are now entitled.
That is
The
basically
5-year
like
application process has
adventurer's hat.
concluded, and we are pleased to inform you that your status as a member of the town library is confirmed. Welcome to an exclusive group of patrons. Yours sincerely, Town Librarian. P.S. Please sign your name on the card to ensure validation.
Will you accept this?
No,
Why not?
it has not been signed.
Yeah.
What are
I was just...
Don't.
It is not...
Will you accept...
No.
Why
No.
not?
It ha-
You quickly grab the quill while the librarian isn't looking and sign your name on the blank line. You replace the quill before the librarian...
She ain't really
Will you
smart.
accept this?
Yes, you are younger than I expected.
I eat well and get a lot of exercise.
I see.
So, what do I...
Borrow.
You mean I can take books from this library?
No.
Oh,
Exum,
Yes?
Exum, I
Could you
don't remember.
recommend a good
This
book?
wasn't in the original one.
This room. The librarian has placed the book on. This book is entitled Kalima, Perfect One Day, Better the Next. Browsing through it, you notice an interesting excerpt.
This font. See, blah blah blah, air, blah 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 blah, safety mountains, blah blah blah, wild animals, blah blah, waifu, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. See also quite blend of green islands. Okay. Yeah. Good thing that I remembered this game. I have played this game before. Yes, the third game is gonna be something else. Oh really? What will you do next? No more reading for Lilo.
You look for a nice, large pumpkin to take from the patch.
Oh.
Hey, watch it!
Oh, sorry. I was not aware you could talk.
Likewise. Anyway, be careful where you're treading. You're spoiling the good soil by standing so close. And I got 8 kids to feed.
You glance at the smaller pumpkins. These must be her children.
I only count 7.
Yeah, well, I had 8. Then some strange
This like
man.
this like Monty Python
Stranger came by. He claimed
accents.
to be a horticle. Claimed to know a bit about plants. I let him take a look at my little darlings. Anyway, before I knew it, he'd gone and pinched one of my babies. Took off towards the town, he did. Of all the naive. Just because we're plants doesn't mean we don't deserve any respect.
I am sure that is true.
You notice a thick rope dangling loosely against the trunk of the tree. Upon closer inspection, you see that the rope actually runs away from the tree and into the thick grass on the forest floor.
Or well, it's a pumpkin. Ching.
As you pick up the gold coins, they suddenly turn dark. Now they resemble ordinary metal. Wait a minute. This isn't gold. It's fool's gold.
Elementary school. Hugo, you mean? Well, it's Hugo in House of Horrors or something like that. Where you start outside the house and you have to take the pumpkin and break it and get the key inside from inside the pumpkin. Could it be? Let's put some speed.
The fool's gold again shines the instant the coins leave your hand.
Oh, nice.
3 coins in the fountain.
What? Let me see.
But when you think about it, they are just pumpkins. If you take the pumpkin child back to the pumpkin mother, what basically, you know, changes the situation? The man can just come back and take another pumpkin, right? Logic.
My baby! Thank you,
Graham.
Thank you, Graham. Here, take this. Maybe this useless trinket of Haggadis will be of some use to you. Serves you right for not enabling me to protect my kids.
The pumpkin hands you a gold brooch with a beautiful blue sapphire.
Is there anything more I can do for you?
Me thirsty, Mama. Now that you mention it, my baby is feeling a bit poorly. After all, living in a bowl ain't too good for your health, you know.
No, I did not know that. What would make your baby feel better?
Fresh water, naturally.
Of course.
Not too sweet, though. In fact, the more bitter the better. My children are very particular about what they drink.
I will see what I can do.
Aye. We all are, right? We all are. Bowl.
You fill the bowl with the fresh spring.
But I think he needs bitter one, so. Oops.
After using your sword to cut the lemon's surface, you squeeze some of its juice into the bowl. Then you discard the lemon.
Need to find. That was the. Oops. Let's see if you can find the basket. I think it's like a random place. Oh, there it is.
You take the basket.
Yay! Where was the girl? Ah, yeah. Down here. No, not here. Up here. Trying to remember. Where was the little girl? Bill. Oh, you have it. Where did you? What is the thing that basically destroys you? Was it here then? Ah, it was here.
You.
Hey, wait a minute. What was your name? Hey, Adrift, are you still here?
You hand the basket to Possum.
Thank you, kind sir. Please take this flower. I'm afraid it's all I have to give you.
It is more than enough. I notice that you have picked only yellow flowers.
Of course. Is it not customary for one to pick yellow flowers for another who's gravely ill?
Certainly it is. I'm sorry to hear about your grandma, Possum.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Oh. Oh. I have to go give the thing back to the pumpkin patch. The face that turns into a pillar that shoots blue balls. You have always problem with balls, I know, and especially with blue balls. I can understand that.
You pour the bitter water over the baby pumpkin. It seems to like that.
Thank you again, Graham. Here, take this.
The pumpkin reaches into her head and pulls out a candle, which she then hands to you.
Always.
That thing has been jammed in my head for as long as I can remember. I know it ain't much, but maybe you'll find some use for it.
Thank you.
Don't mention it. Besides, it's really hard for me to sleep with that thing lit up inside my head all night.
Ah. Ah. Oh, look at
a beautiful, majestic. Any wisdom that
I have this ugly duckling.
You release the little bird into the pond.
Oh. Oh.
You like
the ugly duckling story.
You pick up the white feather and put it carefully away.
Look at that face. Oof. Oof. Dee 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 dee. Let's save. And this is basic. I think this is about the same as the original one. Maybe. Maybe.
Incredible. The door you have discovered has taken on the appearance of a face. It is silent, however, and almost seems to be waiting for something.
Greetings. I am King Graham of Daventry. Would you by any chance
like my face.
Strange island on which stands a court
Let me take a screen capture of it.
Tower in which
That would be a really good emote, by the way. Sorry. Oh, that's gonna be a really good emote.
Held captive.
You feel more than a little foolish.
It's like,
surely
what the
a
fuck,
door,
man?
even one with a face, would neither hear nor understand you.
What the fuck?
I am the door of destiny. I am sought out by many, found by few, and opened by none so far. For indeed, only once can I be opened. Such is
It's like
the magic that I am. Through me will you find
your face when the guy next to you starts to talk about like the
anything.
Lines on the sky or something like
Intense
this.
exuberance that you have come so close to your goal in such a short time.
You must bring me the gems of nature.
I beg your pardon?
The stone door rumbles from deep within. For a time, it says nothing. And then...
Gems of 3 I ask of thee to fetch, collect, and bring to me. In water shall you find the first, though not the type to quench your thirst. Spy the second, high in the sky. With wings or no, thou still must fly. Through swampy mire, so it is heard, in lone dark castle lies the third. Should you succeed, my noble king, to your fair maiden I will bring.
Basically, this is like the original one, but I see that they have added like new puzzles in this one.
Without warning, the stony face falls silent. As you watch, it gradually smooths out to become the mountainside face once more.
Feel my whole face.
You notice that within the door, 3 shallow indentations have sunk into the rock's surface. Presumably, the 3 gems of nature must fit here. Now all you have to do is find them. How did that poem go again?
All this just to get like a...
The paper is torn
girlfriend.
and dirty. It looks like a flyer of some sort. You smooth out the torn and tattered paper and read, "Curios I have, to the town do come."
All this to get a goddamn girlfriend.
You have run into an evil enchantment.
Oh no. Yeah, random people who kill you. Thank you, King's Quest.
This stump. You peer into the depths of the dark hole. As luck would have it, you discover a beautiful set of earrings hidden
Normal
inside.
Friday.
Each one is laced with glittering diamonds and contains a lovely blue sapphire stone in the center. Perhaps someone stashed them here. At any rate, you take them into your possession.
Mm-hmm.
You open the mailbox. Inside there is...
Now everybody's gonna go outside and search all the trunks.
You decide to leave it in there.
There's
a card
moss.
has been dropped in it also. You read it.
Have you been just blah 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 blah.
You replace the card and close the mailbox.
So we are just going basically reading other people's mail. Yeah, that's cool. That is cool. Oh, hello.
A mermaid basks on a nearby rock. Her long flowing hair extends over most of her upper body. The green scales on her lower body sparkle. As you walk towards the mermaid, she tenses suddenly. Clearly, while she finds you to be a somewhat interesting and perhaps amusing creature, she still does not trust you.
Oh. Forever alone. Yeah, that's a movable thing.
You look under the log and discover a clam lying beneath it. You pick it up.
So many moments for jokes, but I'm not gonna do that. Yeah. Yeah, hey, Adrift, let's see if this game has the Easter egg. Hopefully it has. It has. Yeah, but good luck. Got it on the first try. Bat cave. There's a bat. This is also... Come on, stop it. Yeah, okay. Oh, that's new. Yes, we can later, but not yet. Hey, Cello. Yeah, well, this is like a fan remake, but it has some added content. But hey, it had the bat. Thank you all. That was so fun. Okay.
You open the clam and discover, to your surprise, a dazzling pearl.
We are rich. Well, we are kings, so... Right. Batman. 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 More speed. Well, did that add anything? No. Was this faster? Yeah, this was faster. Nice. Yeah, but now we can buy 8% stuff in local store, and they are trying to get like there's like a government law like that they're trying to basically through parliament is that people can start to order alcohol into their home. Which...
Greetings again, merchant.
Yes, many greetings. Need you have now for my wares of great specialty?
What wares do you sell, good merchant?
For yourself, behold them.
You look over the merchant's wares of great specialty and quickly
Why isn't
reevaluate
this-
them as junk.
You seem to have quite a selection of, well, quite a selection.
A keen eye have
Yeah, that's not even beer anymore.
To provoke interest, I might.
I don't think does that even, you know, can you even anywhere say that something like that is a beer?
Rather, by all means.
This I have.
Yeah,
You
that's true.
appraise the
It doesn't.
object he holds up to you. It is a simple
This is
shell
all new.
intricately fashioned into the shape of a comb. The workmanship is unlike anything you have ever seen.
Fascinating. Where did you find such a thing?
Oh, old it is. From ancient times descends. Valuable.
I still, oh yeah, Humpa, I still have to play the
Royal property former.
the
You
Discworld
consider
Noir.
his story. Then you begin wondering which beach he found it on.
I still have to play that.
You have.
Thank you, that.
If I were to, say, purchase the shell,
Oh yeah,
what
it's
would
talk
it
first.
cost?
A trifle would you expend? 7 golds.
I fear that I did not bring any money.
Curiosity, I find, in one who travels. but
You're a
with
king who
nothing
doesn't
to
have
bother
money with him.
brings.
Good point. You have.
Might you trade the shell comb for something?
The merchant ponders over this for a moment.
Of value, many things are. Of fancy, only one I have.
And that is?
Pearls.
Yeah, I think that's a bit longer than the normal Discord games.
Indeed, I would. In return, the shell I
That's true, but
present
where
to
is
you.
this man?
May you be always
He's alone.
ruled well.
The merchant grabs the pearl and tosses the shell comb to you. Then he saunters off.
And if he
History will decide
tries to find a woman
how
and basically doesn't have any
greatly
money
you
with
were
him.
just Swindled.
How is he gonna?
This will be worth a fortune back home.
Oi, Ripper. I think this place had the one.
You're the tall, a tall. It's tall. Reap.
I don't remember. I think this place had the one Easter egg for all lovely bird that we all love, right?
Yes?
Could you recommend another good book?
Yes. They have used the one witch sprite as a base for this character.
This book is entitled Way Below Your League, a look at sentient aquatic life. Browsing through it, you notice an interesting excerpt.
Oh! You will always know that this game has, this is like a new stuff because it has like a text wall. Original Sierra games didn't have this kind of stuff. Oh. Underwater, mer people, blah 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 blah. Natural absence, weather, blah 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 blah. Hostility, blah 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 blah. Peaceful people, blah blah blah. Mer people, blah 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 blah. Dark weather, blah 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 blah. Xenophobic, blah 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 blah. Yeah. Breathe slowly. I speak to you. Now we have to go to the goddamn mermaid. Goddamn mermaid. Who talks like that? You do, Chibu. You talk like that. You have problems. But hey, this Saturday we have retro unboxing once again. Should have 10 packages. This match is old. Do we? Beep boop. Chirp. Yeah. Hello. Oh, really?
You hold out the shell comb in your hand. Clear recognition shines from the mermaid's delicate features. She hesitates a moment, then cautiously extends her arm, hands open expectantly.
Ooh.
You gently place the shell comb in her palm. The mermaid examines it and smiles. She removes an opal necklace from around her neck and hands it to you. After a moment of admiring her once-lost possession, she looks at you with anticipation. You attempt to charade the act of going underwater to the mermaid. She regards you with a look of puzzlement. Just when the whole demonstration becomes too embarrassing to continue, she suddenly dives into the sea and swims right up to you.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
After giving you a rather intense kiss, the mermaid dives under the water again. You wonder where she has disappeared to. Then suddenly, you feel a pulling at your legs. The mermaid holds on to you, keeping you from resurfacing. You struggle instinctively while trying to hold your breath, but she will not let go. You know you are going to black out soon. Wait a minute, you're still breathing. How can this be? Could it have been the mermaid's kiss? Speaking of which, where has she gone to this time?
So what do you have to kiss if you wanna breathe in space?
Well, this is a new experience. The seahorse willingly allows you to climb upon its back. You slide into the little saddle and take up the reins in your hands. You just hope this creature knows where it is taking you.
Please no, Humpa, no.
After a time of traveling through ever-deepening water, you arrive at a massive stone archway. Passing through it, you notice it is covered with many different intricate symbols, none of which you recognize. Mer writing, perhaps? As you emerge on the other side of the arch.
Nowadays people would just do this like a dialogue with AI, I believe. Which is a shame.
An aquatic throne room. As one would expect, such a place has a throne of sorts. But what you see seated in it takes your breath away, if that still applies. It is unmistakably the ruler of the Mer people, the king of this watery world, known by many names. Neptune is the one by which he is best known to your kind. You bow before the king. He returns the gesture with a lowering of his own head. You open your mouth to speak, but only a bubble emerges. It begins floating up to the surface. You watch as your air bubble divides in two. Incredibly, each half maintains its semi-spherical shape. You take the half bubbles in your hands and position them respectively near your mouth and ear. A deep, elegant voice instantly booms from them.
You are welcome here, human.
Thank you. I am King Graham of Daventry.
Your courtesy depicts your stature. What is it you seek here?
You explain that you are seeking the 3 gems of nature, and that you believe one of them to be somewhere in this realm. You demonstrate the approximate size and shape of the gem, then mention the Door of Destiny and what you hope to find on the other side.
Of the Peak of Destiny.
I do have that which you are seeking, and know of the Door of Destiny. It is very old. Its origin is known to but a few. What I possess was known to the ancients as the Birth Gem. In the realm of the Mer people, it is called the Water Gem, for without water, life cannot begin.
Might I have this gem, Your Majesty?
I shall let you have the gem, but first I must ask you to earn it by way
See you later,
of
Puzzle.
performing
Have a great
service
lunch.
for me.
You are about to say anything, but then remember what you heard the last time you said that word to the stone door. Instead, you just nod and allow
Maybe I need to change that
My trident,
message into
the
Poisonous
symbol of
Puzzle
my
TV.
power
Like Poisonous.
and the strength of my people has been stolen.
A faint mumbling can be heard through the ear half of your bubble. This event is obviously of concern to those in
Poisonous
attendance.
Lurker.
It is believed that one of our allies and neighbors have taken advantage of the Mer people's kindness, and that their own king now has possession of the trident. If you can reclaim it in the name of the Mer people,
Mer people.
I will grant you ownership of the Water Gem. Will you do this, King Graham?
The murmuring has stopped. All are awaiting your response.
I would be honored to reclaim your trident, Your Majesty.
My sentries will escort you to the border between our 2 kingdoms. You may continue to use that steed to hasten your journey. It is my best. My sincerest hopes that you do not fall victim to the sharkies.
The sharks.
As you prepare yourself for this new quest, a sudden pang of apprehension seizes you. Did the king just say sharkies, as in sharks?
Sharkies.
As you depart the underwater kingdom, you see 2 guards.
Oh. Travel managed to survive 2 touches of 6+ rolls. Did you win?
The sentries swiftly guide you along the bottom of the seabed, descending into much darker, colder water. After keeping pace with them for what seems like an eternity, you notice a forebodingly dark area looming close. You have arrived at the border of the Sharky's kingdom. This is as far as the sentries will take you.
Oh.
One of the guards salutes you. Then they both head back to the safety of
So
their
you are
own
basically
waters.
like a
You're on your own from here, Graham.
Hanson brothers from Slapstick movie.
Those guards were sure.
I think you can die here really easily. Oof.
Debris from a wrecked vessel lies strewn. You need.
Close.
Examining the heavily waterlogged remnants of the vessel, you notice an old antique bottle, half buried in the sand. With great difficulty, you lean over in your saddle and manage to...
We got a bottle.
You remove the cloth from the bottle.
Yay.
You need to get...
I'm next to it.
You lean over and pick some of the grass, which grows in between the rocks.
Oh, nice. Well done. Well done. No, I forgot.
You stuff the sugary grass into the empty bottle and push it all the way to the bottom. You place the baited bottle on the seabed, close to the luminescent fish. A few of the glowing fish are now swimming around inside the bottle.
Yay.
You take the bottle.
You take the bottle. Or does the bottle take the man?
There is nothing.
This one, yeah.
Having noticed the fish moving suspiciously in and out of the rock wall, you reach out and touch it. To your astonishment, your hand passes right through. There is nothing. The western wall is but an illusion. You easily pass through it into a series of caves and tunnels on the other side.
Excusez-moi. Oh, no, go back. Oh yeah, now I remember. Now we have something new. God damn, memorization stuff. This was added. Yeah, I've done this game earlier, but third one I haven't.
You slide your blade through a small gap in the door and pull with all your might. It is difficult handling your weapon underwater, and you realize that combat will not be an option. So if it ever comes to that, you are in big trouble. As you open the door, ample light floods into the underwater cave, and you are now able to make your way around without...
Yay. Boom, 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 boom.
You think it wise...
Oh. I was just
Oh,
remember.
no. The seahorse has followed you. Let's hope it doesn't give your presence away. You are safely concealed behind the remnants of a stone archway. This is fortunate, as the king of the Sharkies is also here. Aside from his menacing appearance, he also seems to be in a very bad mood.
I do not understand it. It should work for me. Is it not written that Trident's power can only be wielded by those of goodwill? Well, is it not?
The king's aides nod fervently.
And do I not possess the greatest will in this kingdom? No one can best me in battle.
But not kind.
My resolve is unshakable. No amount of bleeding can dissuade me from slaughtering my enemies. Does this not signify that my will is the best there is?
The Sharky King's aides seem all too willing to agree.
Then why does it not work?
You watch carefully as the Sharky King taps 4 shells in order around the arch.
Third. So 1, 2, 3.
It matters not.
That was third.
Tomorrow
1, 1, and 6.
People's territory. For without the Trident's power,
3, 1, 1, 6. 3, 1, 1, 6. This is if this is 0. 3, 1, 1, 6.
Mine is superior to all.
Yeah.
As he leaves, the Sharky King motions for his guards. Having an idea, you approach your somewhat reluctant steed and slap him hard on the back. You
come on.
You push on the shell.
1, 1, 6. Yeah.
Without delay, it appears as if the guards are losing.
Save.
You remount the seahorse. Your seahorse glides onward, flicking its little tail faster than ever. You grip the reins tightly,
oh no, that's
glancing
action
nervously
mode.
over your shoulder every so often but it is.
Yes. No. Oh. It was my mistake. Action.
Finally, you see the light at the end of the tunnel. You quickly make a dash for the exit. As you emerge, you realize you have only seconds before the guards come out after you. And even if you could outrun them, you're sure the Suddenly, you hear a strange voice in your head.
Luke, I'm your father.
Royal Trident thou may wield.
You wonder what that did. If Oh.
Oh. Oh. I don't know why. Now just whoa. Now I wanna play XCOM Terror from Deep, even though that's not the best one. You know. Had too long terror missions, in my opinion. And it's got tämä hullu stuff.
The trident guides you back to Neptune's You approach the king. He smiles and graciously accepts his trident from
To commemorate the return of my trident, and to honor King Graham's success, I hereby call for a celebration.
The celebration lasts for some time. You eat, drink, and have a
I wonder
merry
what-
time with
I wonder
many
what do they
people.
eat.
After a
And
few
what do they
hours,
drink?
the festivities wind down.
They're like
and
underwater.
You finally have a chance to speak with Neptune alone.
The gems of nature represent the
They want me-
three
okay.
stages of
Okay.
life. Water gives birth to life,
Quick bathroom break.
and thus what I have given you is the first of three. Second is the growth gem, or air gem, for air sustains life and permits it to grow.
How might I find the growth gem?
I know only that its location is as far above the surface of the land as we are below it. Beyond that, I cannot aid you.
A smirk crosses Neptune's face momentarily.
You might say that air is not exactly my element.
You decide that the beverages consumed were to blame for that one.
And the third gem, Your Majesty?
Third is the death gem, the completion of life and the natural order of things. The Door of Destiny understands this now, as did the ancients who imprisoned the soul within. As for that gem's location, I had hoped you would have no business venturing to the castle. Colima was once ruled from that place, but sadly her people have not seen their lord for quite some time.
I'm back.
But if you please, I would prefer not to dwell upon this subject. You have done me a great service this day, and I thank you. Good luck, King Graham, and good speed.
Good speed. Look, this is done now.
You depart the underwater kingdom and head back towards... What an incredible experience. You are certain you will never forget the adventure you just had. Additionally, you have acquired one of the gems. As you resurface, you realize that the magic which allowed you to breathe underwater has now subsided.
Oh. Safe. Yeah, luckily. While we were basically like having a party, drinking and eating. Okay, like I said, I can understand like underwater eating. But think about it, they are like underwater and they're drinking. Like everything should basically taste like salt water. Like Oh yeah, I have to decide a date because once a year I do like a stream where I play like only I do basically Laser Suit Larry 1 to 7. That's like a yearly thing.
Here, this might help your sneezing.
Oh, thanks. Here, you can have this back now.
Yay.
You retrieve the partially used cloth from the haystack.
Feel better?
Yeah, it's so good to be able to
You take the silver needle.
Yay. I think that once I can go to the library and read stuff. Hey, just it would be Finnish. No, it's a Swedish. It's a hemlösa katter, homeless cats.
Yes?
Could you
How are you,
recommend
Josh?
another good book?
The problem was that there wasn't any like a Finnish societies that were collecting like money through Switch. So what was the nearest country basically for like cats? Well, Sweden.
This book is entitled Legends.
Almost, yeah.
Browsing through it,
Herregud.
you notice an interesting excerpt.
Vad menar du, Josh? Hey, Sverige Lolpa. Look at that Lolpa. Even you can, because Lolpa lives in Sweden, you can basically donate money to homeless cats, Lolpa. We already have 100 euros. We are missing another one. It's like a Swedish hemlösa katter Kalmar. Come on, then. No. Take one cat from the hemlösa katter Kamlar. Du måste ha en gamla katt. Katten. Blah blah blah.
Yes?
Could you recommend
Thank you,
another
Chess.
good book?
For the 5 euros for the cats. Hemlösa katter Kalmar.
This book is entitled Power,
95
Politics,
euros.
and Pulpits. Browsing through it.
Oh! The text. Blah 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 count blah 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 blah. Lovely. How are you? Just happy Monday. I don't know. Nowadays I would basically could have a cat, but the problem is that if I get a cat, I would say goodbye to my like retro stuff, because I know that the cat will jump behind me on that shelf and take like a, oh, look at this really expensive console, and it's on the floor. Yeah, you know.
Good afternoon. What can I do for you, dear?
Hello. Do you sell anything that would aid in ascent of a mountain?
Unfortunately, I do not sell climbing equipment or anything of that sort. This is really a specialist store.
Oh.
However,
I cat.
do have an item which
Meow.
you might find useful. This lamp. Never tried it.
Yes,
but
I am the
nature
cat.
Has made us as we are, and we should be glad of that.
How much for the lamp?
The old lady hesitates. You sense she wants more from you.
I used to have like a cat ears here, but I've lost them.
That you will regret.
Where's my cat ears?
Seeing as how you are a man who seems adept at taking care of himself,
Nice.
perhaps you could do a small favor for me?
I had 2 cat ears.
You knew she was going to say
I need to buy new ones, it
I
seems.
once owned a beautiful nightingale.
I need to buy
Quite
new
rare
ones.
around here. But the sentimental value far outweighs its monetary worth. That foul old witch Hagatha has stolen it from me.
Hagatha.
Probably to use in some concoction or another.
Hagatha.
Her nose screws up in disgust.
Yeah,
So,
now we go
if
to
you
I think now we go to the
convince
bat
Tweety
cave.
and retrieve it for me, I will trade you. The lamp for the bird. Agreed?
Well, I will see what I can do.
Do be careful.
Or do we?
If Hagatha should spot you out of her good eye, then you'll be in
Maybe,
for it.
I think we do.
You have
No, no. I think I need to get that.
you couldn't even move it.
No.
Let alone.
No, no, sorry, we don't have that. Yeah, oh, we have mallet. Forgot. Now we go to the bat cave. Na bat cave. Never played those like those new King's Quest games that they made like some years ago. I don't know. Were they basically even a King's Quest games? I don't know. Can you call them? Yeah, that one. It's like the example, like it's like I had the same kind of feeling as with the the last Quest for Glory. That was like a. Oh, you did Humpa. Did it have like Christopher Lloyd as a voice actor? The one. Do I remember like?
It is a human. It is a human.
I have.
As you attempt to place the birth gem into the skull,
I'll take it back.
You take this skull. It is a human. Smashing this skull, you have no.
Do I?
As you.
No.
As you attempt.
What a deal. Broken Age. It wasn't. I did enjoy. I did enjoy Broken Age. It just took too long them to basically
the birth
release the
from the skull like
second
a
episode.
Eyeball. You'll somehow need.
It just took too long. Fuck.
You gently tap the birth gem with the mallet, hoping not to break it. It budges only slightly. You give it a harder hit. As you face the skull towards the image of the bat above the cave, you notice that its wing has faded slightly. However, you suspect that whatever danger the bat represents is still in effect. You turn the rightmost skull so that it faces the bat symbol above the cave entrance. The power of the two skulls combined has caused the bat symbol to disappear.
Power of Grey Skull.
Whatever danger it represented has now subsided.
I think this was a time thing.
As you enter, you are almost overwhelmed by the foul stench which molests your nostrils. It is obviously coming from whatever Hagatha is cooking in that large cauldron of hers. There are some things of interest on the other side of the cave, but you have no means of crossing over. The light from outside barely penetrates the interior of this cave. Being as quiet as a mouse, you slide your hand inside the cloak to discover a deep pocket. Amongst sticky and disgusting spell ingredients,
quite clever, right?
You find a tiny silver key and a peculiar golden ring-shaped device.
Quite clever.
You slide the silver key into the... You silently drop the cloth over the...
The original series has seven and... Oof.
The cage still has a cloth.
And 7, I think there was like 3 boosts then.
You remove the cloth. Looking at the bottom of the cage, you find that a letter has become
8.
stuck to it. You peel it off. The paper is slightly crumpled and dirty, having somehow become stuck to the bottom.
8?
You can...
Yeah. Not the smartest
You strike
witch.
the skull with all your strength, and it shatters easily. The birth gem clatters to the ground, along with a multitude of bone fragments.
Not the smartest switch.
You reacquire the birth gem.
Oh yeah, the Mask of Eternity. Yeah, that one. Yeah, because I have never played that, and I will never play it. I say because 7th one is the last one. 8th one was, I think 8 was, nobody liked the 8th one. Best. You have never played any King's Quest games, Swedish. You have never played that. Everyone says no, they don't. You don't have neighbors. You live in the middle of forest. PC Junior. And then you woke up.
You offer the nightingale to Angelina. The sheer elation on her face almost makes the whole risk worth the while. She snatches it from you and proceeds to fuss over the bird. You wait for a moment, but it seems she no longer notices you.
I was saying just earlier that if I had some space here in my room, I would like to get like
the shopkeeper looks up at
some
you
original
vaguely.
Apple
She
computer.
gradually remembers that there is
I've seen
another
couple
being in her world.
being sold here in Finland in a like a reasonable price.
Take it. You'll
Would be
have
fun
no
to play like
beginning of
old
use with it.
Apple
Don't
games.
you mean no end of use?
Of course. Whatever you say, dear.
You hear Angelina muttering cheerfully to herself as she exits.
Finally, I have the final ingredient for that marvelous youth potion. I am going to beat you to the punch, my dear Agatha. Serves you right for hoarding this sweet.
Haven't really gone too far with that road because, like I said, I don't have any good space for an old Apple.
Well, at least the
I mean,
lamp is now
of course,
yours.
like those old Macintoshes that have the. Maybe old Macintosh would be fun. I don't know. Let me stick. I've got to take that. Was there anything else here?
If you place
No.
there are apparently this interesting looking item is a Model DX cartridge retrieval unit. Quite a useful little device in another time and place. There are
No way, Jose. No way. Wait a minute now. There was something else in this place.
You've never need. 'Tis a tad too big to fit. If you play. Unfortunately, you are not versed in. You heard Angelina lock the placing a. This knife is placing your. You are placing your. Placing. You have. You have no reason to do anything with the statue. You rub the lamp and wait expectantly.
Number one Mac man.
But
I have never owned. I think only Mac I have on Apple. No, I have never had any Apple computer.
Revealing a note. As you remove it, the lamp disappears. You read the scroll.
No, I have not. Don't about this lamp. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Shop gives not to be trusted. Black arts. Show heart like a stone and white like a snow. Stand silent to man. Blah blah blah. Oh yeah, I had to do this. And now I can. Yeah, it was like this.
Upon closer examination, you discover that the statue hides a small latch. You flip the latch and watch in amazement as a trap door opens up from the floor.
Yeah, there were many games that was released on old Apples that they re-released like later on other systems. Like example, like those Shadowgate games and etc. etc.
You have neither the time nor the patience to go up. You see a. You read.
Why? This should be a Sierra game. They didn't have that much text back in the day. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, they were that one and Deja Vu and Uninvited. Did they have anything else? I don't remember.
As you pick up the carpet, you notice a small label which reads, "Property of Al Dan."
Sequel, yeah.
Above you, from the back room,
I would like to get
I did it!
PC engine
I did it.
Shadowgate.
The youth potion is finally finished. All I need to do now is drink it.
Angelina, show yourself, you scurvy wench.
Agatha? My dear! What an unexpected surprise.
Don't you play the fool with me. I know you stole it.
Stole? Really, I do not know.
Silence.
Of course, old Ultima games.
Deceit. There can be only one consequence.
No, please.
What else?
I can explain.
I said silence. Oh, and one more thing.
Yeah. The shop isn't selling as well.
Your invitation to join us is revoked. What is this? Ah, the youth potion at last. Oh no. Drat. Now what was that spell for removing floorboards? Curses. I shall have to go back and look it up.
Just one. Yeah, and
you fish around in the pile of
what was that game before? I'll forget. It's called Karateka.
You open the trapdoor ever so slightly.
And then Prince of Persia, of course. Right.
You flick.
Karateka, Prince of Persia. Ultima games, yeah, like yeah, the original ones. I don't remember. I try to remember. Have I played on Commodore 64? Yeah, originally, yeah. I don't think the old Apples had really good like a sound chips. I don't think so. I will use this.
The carpet is.
Yay!
You unroll the magic carpet, lay it on the ground, and sit on it. The carpet begins to rise skyward. As you ascend higher, you realize that the carpet is beyond your control. It glides through the air on a seemingly predetermined course.
Freaking carpet. Let me think.
The paper is... You read the letter.
Blah blah blah. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, it was something like that. It wasn't the same thing that they did with like old Spectrums, that they made the sound basically from the CPU and not from. Well, many old computers did that. Even like even consoles, like even like a NES has on makes the music with the CPU. So. Come on, PC speaker is great. There was like some cool people knew how to make like play samples through PC speaker. That was cool. If you have seen those, like the old Tex Murphy games. Oh, Snake!
A snake blocks your path. The snake lashes out, strike your history.
Oh,
there are.
This would be a so good place for like a Cedric. Cedric like a Easter egg. But there's one problem with the Cedric thing, because snakes ain't poisonous. Snakes are venomous. There are two different things. I learned this. I don't know why, but yeah, the later ones, of course, but the original. I have never owned the Spectrum. I would really like to get like the old one, but you don't find many of those here in Finland, at least. And UK is always like really expensive because because of the Brexit and everything else, so you have to pay duties and everything else.
You dangle the shimmering opal in front of the snake. It soon falls hypnotized.
Look at eyes.
You reach into the cavity and feel around. What is this? You've discovered a button hidden inside the rock. You press it and wait to see what happens next.
These days people have figured out how to play samples. Yeah.
In an instant, a man stands beside you. He appears to be somewhat of an adventurer, much like yourself.
It's really interesting how what people can nowadays do.
The newcomer nods in greeting. Without a word, he respectfully appraises you. You notice about him the manner of one who has only recently learnt the meaning of heroism.
From where do you hail, good sir?
The man opens his mouth to answer, but then pauses to consider that question. Evidently deciding that irrelevant exposition would serve neither party, he casually gestures to the hole in the rock behind you.
Might I inquire something of your identity?
After a brief search of his own person, the man pulls out a scroll card and hands it to you. You unroll it, and it reads, "Having fulfilled the requirements in accordance with the statutes of the famous Adventurers Correspondence School, the bearer is a qualified would-be hero." The man also shows you a medallion. Upon it are the words, "Hero of Spielberg." You reverently return the scroll to the man.
You don't say much, do you?
With a sigh of resignation, the man shakes his head silently.
She had to pay him. I think she got like a lot of letters from the fans,
and quite enthused about the
you know,
prospect of relating his most recent adventure.
Suddenly you're famous. It easily goes into your head.
However, you notice something on the ground that you retrieve the paper. It appears to be a scroll. Upon it is some writing. Disclaimer, you have just witnessed a rather shameless plug for the remake of Quest for Glory 2 Trial by Fire by the entities of AGD Interactive. Available now. As you
shame though that the game is only like a text adventure. But Lasers with Larry 1 is basically like a graphical edition of Softporn.
You flip through the book entitled Ye Old Book of Enchantment. The first half contains a list of enchantments. These do not interest you, as you have no desire to inflict inconvenience upon others. However, the cures section does capture your curiosity.
Augustine, blah 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 blah. Okay, heat now. This was crystal perfect green. It's tie hue, restore correct course, will perform result protection. Yeah, it was yeah, I have earrings.
You approach.
Yeah, I had earrings.
You toss the earrings into the beaker.
Mm-hmm.
You toss the. You strike the head of the mallet against the flintstone. You watch, fascinated, as the two unlikely objects melt under the heat of the magical.
Maybe I need to play it someday. I don't know if people really want to watch like text adventure games on Twitch. I don't know.
You stir the mixture carefully with a white feather. It soon dissolves. This is the sword of the first king of Daventry. It dates back almost 1,000 years and has been passed down from king to king since then.
There's crystal.
You managed to dislodge the crystal that had been set within the hilt of the sword almost a millennium ago. You feel a tinge of guilt and wonder what all the past monarchs of Daventry would say if they saw you damaging ancient crown. You drop the crystal in and watch, amazed, as the green liquid slowly.
Heed now these words. Crystal, perfect. Green is thy hue. Restore, correct. Guard well my form. Preserve, protect.
You recite the words correctly, line for line, and you quickly blow the flame out so as not to overheat the emerald and picking it up gingerly. You're amazed that the emerald took virtually no time at all to cool.
Yay. Come on.
As you direct the sun's light through the emerald at the snake, you behold a wondrous transformation. Before you now stands.
And this is the stuff from the original one also.
Thank you for freeing me. A horrid enchanter transformed me into that legless thing after I refused to be his steed.
Yeah.
As you had been You notice that you read the engraving on the wall. You cannot you get.
You have to wait. Yeah.
You hear footsteps approaching.
This guy.
Uh-oh, the enchanter has caught you in his lair. He twirls his hands, aims them at you, and then utters some words under his breath. You feel a tingling sensation all over your body as the enchantment attempts to transform you into whatever the enchanter has fancied. At the same time, you also feel the comforting energy of the emerald shielding you. The enchanter's twisted smile turns downwards. He scowls at you. There is a look of panic on the man's face. He does not dare breathe.
I hereby order you to depart from Kolyma forever, never to trouble its citizens again, lest you earn the fullness of my wrath.
Yes.
The enchanter looks baffled. You sigh inwardly and try again.
Leave. If you come back, then you will get it!
The enchanter nods frantically, as much as he can without cutting his own neck on your sword edge. He gestures quickly with his hands. You walk close.
What did it say?
You read. The engraving on the wall reads, in row of stones that number 6.
This one. That one. We don't use you yet.
You unroll the magic carpet.
La 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 la.
The carpet begins.
I don't know, with magic carpet I always start to think about Ultima 5. Because that one had it.
The rear of a cave dominates this area. To the
It was this one. Yeah, it was this one. What did it say? 5th, right? Yeah.
You bend over and hold the emerald above. Incredible. The rock has transformed into...
Yay.
You take... You unroll.
Hey, Vic. Why would he be mad?
You have no reason.
That was quite a gamble, to refuse an enchanter.
True, but I could not have accepted, even if I had wanted to. For I am a disciple of the cloud, and can serve no land dweller.
Disciple of the cloud? What does that mean?
Really?
First, tell me of what you seek up here.
You take a deep breath, then explain about the Door of Destiny, the gems of nature, and your present quest to locate the growth gem.
So, you seek the air
Oh,
gem.
this end keys quest 1.
Yes, that is right. You know of it?
Most certainly.
So you came to market.
You will not be able
Clever
to reach
guy.
it by any means available to you or any of your kind. I would gladly take you to it, but alas, the enchanter took and hid from me my bridle. Without it.
What is the
essence? You.
Blah blah blah.
You slip the bridle over the horse's head. It
This is the
whinnies
second
its
game.
approval.
Come, climb upon my back. Hold on. This will be a little accelerating.
Accelerating.
The disciple of the cloud gracefully soars high into the sky. You grip the reins tightly and hold on for dear life as he swoops and dips between the clouds. After a time, he draws near to a thick patch of luminous mist. As you pass through it, the horse sets itself down, seemingly on top of
Who
the cloud.
knows? I did went to horse riding high school back in the day, but who knows? Not gonna spoil.
Believing that you have finally lost all sense of reason, you dismount and prepare for a very long drop. And find yourself standing on a cloud.
Wow. Wow. Which way did we go? Oh, the quiz is right.
Why do you choose?
It is my destiny.
I was not.
All of us have a destiny.
Destiny.
Some are predestined, others are determined by choice.
I'm James
believe
Bond.
yours-
James Bond.
How is it possible that I can stand upon thin air?
Such are not the questions you should be asking. You have come for the air gem or the growth gem, as it
Well,
was
I know the
once
answers,
named
Hulpa.
by the ancients. It has not been termed thus without reason, for one who would have the gem as his own must prove himself grown and thus worth.
Meaning no.
Clouds.
Thank you.
Cloud
You
Spirit.
must agree, Cloud Spirit, that I am a man fully grown. Thus,
A howling wind deafens you momentarily, though you feel nothing on your skin.
It is not enough that you have grown in body. That much is evident. It must be proven that you have also grown in both mind and soul. So on these shall you be tested.
tested?
Those
Tested?
who bear the burden of king are expected to possess certain qualities. Your actions will be judged against the weight of these.
Tested?
It shall be seen whether you are deserving of your title. It shall be seen whether you are worthy of the growth gem.
After a moment of silence, the cloud spirit intones,
Behold your first test.
The mist around you clears, and you find yourself in a familiar place. This is Daventry, and furthermore, a slight dizziness overwhelms you for an instant. How strange, you no longer recall
I think these were
anything
like
past
stuff that,
this
you know,
moment in
they...
time.
You can
It is as
always
if
know
this
with
is
these
happening
remakes
again
that when
for
they
the
are
first
like
time.
added
Even stranger,
content, because
you are
they
still vaguely aware that you are
have
undergoing
so
a
much
test
like
of
this
some
then.
kind, though for what purpose? you
they're like
cannot
more
fathom.
dialogue and everything
But look,
else.
it is Malvolio, your best friend. The two of you are deeply engrossed in a game of bat and ball.
Ouch! Uh-oh! That sounds like the king now! What do we do?
You there.
Yes?
Yes? Is that how you address your liege?
Liege.
No, your majesty, King Edward, sir. I'm his sire.
Which of you two boys threw that ball? The one that just happened to land on my head?
You summon all your courage and speak up.
Your majesty, if you please. It was I who hit the ball over the castle wall. It was my fault completely. Please do not punish my friend.
The king eyes you carefully. You wonder if you are now in serious trouble.
I would not punish one for something so trivial. However, I will see you play your game elsewhere, away from here.
Yes, sire.
One more thing, my young fellow. You have demonstrated good character today by taking the blame for your friend. The finest knights in this realm demonstrate their compassion by protecting others, even if that should mean putting themselves at risk. I find that to be a rare quality in the many I meet. When you have grown up, I hope to see you again, perhaps in my service.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Behold your second test.
You feel yourself growing older, more so than before the tests began. Again, dizziness overcomes you. Your memory of the previous test fades, and in its place, your mind. This includes, unfortunately, the dreadful misfortunes which have plagued Daventry since the coming of the terrible three-headed dragon. To make things worse, your 17-year-old daughter has been demanded as its latest sacrifice. In return, it will not harm the rest of the population until the next demand. You would go forth to destroy the dragon yourself, but you no longer have the heart for such quests. Never have you felt so forlorn, so frail. You fear that given the choice,
A charming view. No wonder you come here so often.
You. I will see you hanged for this intrusion. Guards! Guards!
Nice crown.
Calling them will do you no good. For even if they come, they will find their king speaking to only the air he breathes.
A pox on thee! Who are you?
My name, my true name, has been heard by none for nigh on a millennium. It is enough that you know me as the Father.
Then say what you have come to say and be gone.
You never were one for small talk.
You cursed my family. As a result, that dragon is now loose upon the land, and one of my children was kidnapped.
Now that is not quite the truth.
Do you deny your involvement?
Not at all. It is just that you have omitted so much.
Speak, and be gone.
Very well. I want your crown.
you cannot believe what you have just heard. This vile creature has caused untold misery throughout your land for nearly 18 years, and
blah blah
Is
blah.
that what this is all?
What would I want with a puny little kingdom when in a few short years I will have more power than Legitimor himself? No.
Legitimor.
I want only it is an essential
Blah,
part
blah,
of my
blah.
plan. Without it, my efforts to prepare for the ascension will have been in vain. I have waited far too long to be deterred from it now.
If you need it that badly, you could have just taken it. You had plenty of opportunity.
Are you completely ignorant of the legends of your predecessors? None can possess the crown of the first king unless it's given.
If you think for one moment that I would...
Before you speak further, consider this. In exchange for what I ask, I shall lift my curse and all that it entails from you.
your mind reels at these words. For almost 2 decades, so many more people would continue.
To give you my crown would signify a change of leadership. So says the law of this land. It also says that the crown is to be worn only by those with the highest regard and intent for Daventry. So, to give it to such a vile being as you would betray the honor and memory of all the past kings who have worn it. No, I will not do it.
Not even for the sake of your family?
There are some principles for which even one's family must be sacrificed.
The man appraises you as a scientist.
What an intriguing set of morals you have, King Graham. I almost look forward to the time when you will put aside your obligations here and seek me out. I have foreseen that we shall meet again.
Hey.
Behold.
Once again, you feel yourself age. As before, the knowledge of the previous test ebbs from your mind. This time, however, it is filled with a greater knowledge of all that has come to pass. Many years have passed. Your children, once heirs to your throne, have forged their own paths in other kingdoms. Fortunately,
Mask of
chance has seen
Eternity.
fit to fill the vacuum. Follow.
How do you feel?
I am deeply honored, sire.
All right. Now, how do you really feel?
Scared out of my wits, sire.
You smile and feel the lines in your face stretch. You hope you'll get used to it when the true time comes.
You know what they've been saying about my decision, that is.
The people question my ability to perform the duties when I have another higher obligation. I believe that I can attend to both with the utmost equity.
You do not deny that this obligation may arise at any moment, perhaps taking you away from this country at a time of great...
Of course not, sire. But I shall deal with that troll, as they say, when I cross that bridge.
And there is the matter of you not being of royal birth. That does not sit comfortably with some of the nobles.
The qualities of truth, light, and order can shine from even the most impoverished of souls. Nobility is defined through one's actions, not one's lineage, Your Majesty.
You cannot help but smirk for a man who had once lived...
I think they have used the Roger Wilco sprite as a space, I would say. The madness of King Graham.
Kneel. Your sword.
The madness. Dope.
By virtue of your bravery, loyalty, and good conscience, I have chosen you to be my first knight. Thus you are my successor and heir to this throne. Arise, Sir Connor of Daventry.
Sir Connor.
In an instant, you find yourself standing before the cloud.
You have demonstrated your sound understanding of compassion, honor, and loyalty. These attributes transcend the mind and speak of the soul within you. Growth continues unabated throughout the lives of all living. You have grown much.
Okay.
You take the... As you feel the knowledge of the last test fade from your mind.
Oh no. Fly.
Finally, your flight comes to an end. You hope that it will be quite a while before you take to the air again.
Where would you like me to lie?
On the ground would be fine.
Humor.
Take this sugar cube. It will protect against the poisonous growth of this land.
Poisonous.
Fare thee well.
Poisonous.
You notice you have lost a few things during your descent. Mostly all that paper you were carrying. You are not concerned. As dusk sets in and the pallid moon rises above the darkened horizon, you recall the Door of Destiny's words regarding the third gem, through swampy mire, in lone dark castle. You sense a growing unease that the...
Spooky.
Finding the door unlocked.
I think I enjoyed this part in the original one also. Oh.
You look over the Bible, which appears to be many decades old. You open it and find that an otherwise blank page at the front has been written on.
Blah 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 times at hand.
You return the Bible to... You pick up the fallen, seeking not. You seeking not.
It wasn't really long in that one.
Feeling humbled,
You got to
kneel
pray and
down to
everything else,
pray.
but
You rise again. The monk stirred.
Father, I go now to a place of darkness. While I am stout of heart, the path laid down before me is unclear. I seek only the knowledge that my passage be illuminated by heavenly favor.
The monk gives you a reassuring smile and pats you on the shoulder. He then lifts a silver.
Thank you.
You are welcome, my child.
You can talk?
Of course.
I thought monks were forbidden from speaking.
Not all churches follow the same rules, and this church is quite unique.
Oh.
Really? How so?
The monk just smiled.
Because we talk.
Without warning, a pair of wolves dart out of the dark forest and dash.
Oh no.
For a minute there, you thought those wolves were going to attack. Curious as to why they...
Spooky.
You see the monk standing alone outside the church. Then you notice the two wolves approach. You are about to yell a warning to the monk, but the words die in your throat as the man steps forward and pats the wolves' heads.
No, my brothers. We must not hurt him. Not yet. He will go to the heathen's abode. He will do what needs to be done. What if he does not? Then, my brothers, we will complete the task before us. The one we began many
years ago.
You quickly move away from the church, your heart racing faster with every step. You have a good idea now what will happen once the moon comes out in full, and you do not want to be anywhere near here.
Dog eat dog. Oh, snap.
One thing's for sure, you're not getting married in that church.
Oh, clever. Ding dong. And now we have to find the house. Be here, right?
Oh, sir, have you seen my little granddaughter? She ventured to the town to buy food for me, but has not yet returned.
Granddaughter.
I fear she may be in peril. The forest is not safe at night.
And we just leave. And we just leave. Was she here?
You hear?
Yeah, we can hear.
As you approach, you recognize the child. It is Possum, the little girl you helped.
Are you all right? What happened?
I went into town to buy some chicken soup for my grandma. I always try to reach her.
Attacked?
No, not by a wolf. A dwarf.
Wolf.
For a moment.
Uh-huh. He jumped out at me, took my food, and then ran away.
Listen, I'm going to try to find this dwarf that you say stole your food. You get back to your grandma, understand?
Possum nods.
Can I say? Yes, you can.
You rap on the tree.
AMD.
There's nothing.
Sure.
You rap on the treehouse. You
depends on what is short.
You rap on the treehouse door and wait a moment, but get no. You rap on the treehouse door and wait a moment. You rap. You rap. You rap.
What's this random?
You rap. How ingenious. What is this? You rap. It is. It would not. How? You rap on the treehouse door and wait a moment. You rap. Mini.
What am I missing? Basically,
you rap.
Oh, you went.
You watch as a little man runs out of the door, which has been built into a tree. You surmise that you have found
like
the
that, yeah.
culprit's home. Finding the door ajar. You grab the handle of the box. Upon opening the trunk, you find a number of items. Among them are some gold coins. They display the distinctive face of the first king. The door is all. You.
Boop, boop, boom. Boop, boop, boop.
Welcome.
You place the now cold chicken soup over the crackling. You offer the soup to Possum's grandma, introduce yourself, and wait courteously while the frail elderly lady eats the nourishing meal. When she is finished, she sets the empty bowl down elsewhere and turns her attention towards you.
If you would like to speak with me for a while, I would welcome your company. A person should never turn away a visitor, especially when she reaches the twilight of her life.
You can't help but feel a sense of finality in the old woman's words.
You must have something in return for your kindness. You do not need to risk your safety for an old, worn-out woman like myself. Look under the bed. You should find something to...
It is a... You peer under the bed and find a thick black cloak. Lying atop it is a beautiful ruby-encrusted ring. You pick both up with reverence.
I could not possibly take these fine things from you.
Oh, please. I want you to have them. Nights in Colima are cold, believe me. As for the ring... well, perhaps it is better that I do not have it to remind me.
As you wish. You have a charming young granddaughter.
Oh.
Grandma smiles at you graciously.
She is a treasure to me. I would do...
If I may inquire, what became of her parents?
Grandma frowns and her eyes darken.
They were lost to us many years ago. I am afraid dear Possum never really knew her parents.
It must have been a daunting task raising the child.
Somehow I
by
feel like
yourself,
this voice actor
especially
isn't like
At my age,
native English speaker.
I am certainly not as young as I have tried to raise her as best I could to keep her safe and well. However, I fear that as a...
Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah.
If you please, I was hoping you might tell me of
the old...
They were my husbands. His family had been rich. A great deal of old money, you might say. They lived
blah
in
blah
that...
blah.
He was a good man, my husband. He took care of me. I suspect that he would frequently journey afar, taking that black... He said that it represented something important to a certain group of... But he was always there for me. Always. Until that fateful night. We had been married just over a year, and I was heavy with child. We were both out walking in the weirwood forest late one night. The air was warm, and in our youth we paid little attention to the world and its many dangers. Besides, there was a full moon. We could see clearly enough. A shadow passed over us. We looked up, thinking it might have been a stray cloud. It was not. Descending upon us like a demon was the largest, most hideous bat I had ever seen. Its fangs were bared, and it dove straight for me. I must have screamed. My husband flung himself in front of me to protect me. He swung his arms about frantically in hopes of warding the horrid thing away. Perhaps he was trying to cast a spell, but could not recall how in his panic. It paid him no heed and would not be deterred. It swooped again and again relentlessly. At one point, my husband's hand must have clipped the bat's wing because it lost control and crashed into his shoulder. He tried to wrest the foul creature away, but then he shrieked suddenly.
Oh,
the
no.
horrid thing had bitten him. He never did recover from that incident. He just faded with each passing hour. Within 2 days of the attack, my husband had died. We buried him on his family's plantation on the island. Sometimes when I sleep, I can feel him watching over me, guarding me, protecting me. I think he is waiting for my time to come so we can be together always.
The old lady seems to be telling the story has clearly taken a great deal out of her. You watch the old woman a moment and notice her labored breathing.
Yeah.
Sister Agatha, my dear, tell me you have good news.
The king has arrived in Kalima, father.
That is not what I meant.
Yes. Well, he appears to be quite resourceful. It seems his reputation was not totally exaggerated.
He's still alive?
For now, but that will change soon, I think. The king has discovered that one of the gems he seeks is in the possession of a colleague of ours. Do you remember? Kaldor.
Yes. Is he still trustworthy?
Totally.
So many name
Still
drops.
sharp, and there's no questioning his loyalty. My humblest apologies, Father, but would it not have been simpler for you to have dealt with Graham personally?
Fool! Imagine the ensuing chaos when Daventry's king murdered in his own land. How then would I be able to search for the item?
I see.
Failure is not an option.
Understood, Father.
Keep me informed, preferably of good King Graham's death.
Fool. Okay. Now we go to the spooky place. Was it here? Yeah, it was. The hint was this one.
You read the seeking not well without night, sleeping while sun shining
Put
white.
the right this time.
You read the Bible page again, seeking not
As
well
and
without night, sleeping while sun shining white.
S. It's always the first letter of the word.
You seeking not well
S
without night,
and
sleeping while
where-
sun shining
where
white.
and S.
You seeking not well without night,
Where
sleeping
S
while sun shining
where?
white.
Oh yeah, we also have to.
You can't. With a flourish, you fling the black.
Also,
You are now wearing the.
so okay. Yeah, to basically this had like nice puzzles. So
You feel the poisonous waters seeping into your skin. It's You are now. With a.
yeah. South, north, west, west. North, south, west. Oops. South, south, and west. Yeah. Spooky.
The boatman accepts your payment and motions for you to climb into the boat. The shrouded ghoul paddles.
to eat this one.
After swallowing the magic sugar cube, you get a feeling of the sharp thorns brush against your skin. However, instead of feeling intense...
Yay.
As you approach the ghosts wearing the black cloak, they seem to notice you, and then begin to drift away towards the cemetery.
I did enjoy this part in the original one also, but like Humpa said, it was
Having an
much
idea,
longer.
you push the crucifix into the cross-shaped keyhole. You push the head. The moment you enter the great hall of the castle, you begin shivering uncontrollably, and not just from the cold. This place has an air of death.
Oops, sorry about that. Save. Also, the fourth one had like the really, like the dark place.
You take the shovel
where you have
into
to
your
basically
possession.
find stuff for those, like a dead coast and everything else. It was interesting.
You hold your candle up to the blazing.
It catches.
You.
I did enjoy that. Oh. Yeah, it's hard to remember. Because you can see like the old. In my mind, I can see like the old version of this game and how it looks, and they have just like drawn on
The
top of that.
staircase beyond is very dark. Hey,
Do we take this off?
you can't. You remove.
Rat.
Nervously, you lift the heavy lid of the elegant coffin. You peek into its red satin interior. The coffin is unoccupied, and you feel relief wash over you. As you prepare to look inside the coffin,
King Graham, I presume.
you turn on your heel. There, blocking the only exit from this dismal room, stands the Count. His skin is pale, his eyes jet black. He wears a black cloak nearly identical to the one that you possess.
You know me?
Ah, yes indeed. Sister Hagatha alerted me
Blood.
to your arrival, dear king.
Is it Kingswood 5? Really?
Desperate to stall for time, you query the Count.
Sister Hagatha, you say? Who is she?
The Count regards you with a suspicious glare.
Though I suspect
Ah,
you already
Genie.
know the answer, Hagatha is a charming mage who does as she pleases in this land.
Strange. I was not aware a new ruler had been elected.
Do not be foolish.
Oh, do they elect
Hagatha
rulers
has no
in
interest
kingdoms?
in the politics of this wretched place. Nor do I, in point of fact. Death tends to diminish one's taste for power. No. At present, she is interested only in...
Oh.
In an instant, you are flat against the wall. The Count has you pinned so well you can't move a muscle, much less put up a defense. You can feel the Count's iron-cold hand on your throat. You have
What is a
barely
man?
seconds before the inevitable happens.
What is a man?
With difficulty, you manage to loosen the ruby ring from your finger and drop it to the floor. The Count's eyes dart to it quickly, then flash angrily back to you.
Where did you get that?
The elderly woman who lives in a house to the south of here, near the beach. She gave it to me for helping her.
The Count regards you for a moment. His dark eyes bore unendingly into yours, and you feel as if your very soul is bare.
What do you know of her?
She is not well.
I know. Do you think I am not aware of that?
You are sweating profusely. Hopefully, this vampire doesn't find the odor appetizing.
Night is the most dangerous of times for my mortal family.
Yar.
I have kept constant vigil over my wife for many years, so that from the darkness, no harm would come to her. When her time comes, we will be together forever.
I think tonight will be the night. I have seen her this very eve.
This is the night.
I did what I could to help her, but I do not think it was enough.
This is the night.
As you watch the giant bat fly out of the room, you realize with dread that the Count has confiscated your crucifix. Without it, you are trapped in this castle. Now, what are you going to do? You peer into the ornate coffin, finding... At long last, you have located the final gem. You breathe deeply, reach out, and take the stone in your hands. It is ice cold to the touch, but you don't care. This is the last thing you need to unlock the door of destiny. Now all you have to do is get out of here.
Door of destiny. It's not... But yeah, original Half-Life on next Saturday. Oof, gonna be a long stream. Sorry about that.
Seeing no other possible escape route, you climb onto the ledge. You are way too...
In 4 hours. Is it like at least 6 hours or 7 hours?
Suddenly, you hear a swift... You instinctively try to brush whatever it is away. Time slows as you fall, and your world turns black.
And what was it? Oh. Kokonaan puoliksi. Oh, we are singing. Oh.
Our guest has awoken, my love.
Oh, she got young.
Ah, good evening, dear king. I do not believe we have been properly introduced. I am Count Kaldor, former lord of the realm of Colima. May I present my wife, Countess Lavidia?
A pleasure to see you again.
In gratitude to you for alerting me to my wife's grave condition, I took the liberty of preparing you a dish. I thought you might be hungry after your harrowing adventure at my window. You will forgive us if we do not join you. Our...
Blah, blah.
You shudder to think what different tastes actually...
Indeed. So much to become accustomed to.
You shall have all the time that the world has to share to grow accustomed to such things. Well, perhaps 30 years. Should the father locate the item by then, there might not be enough world left for anyone afterwards.
As his father, to do is why you frequently went abroad, always with that cloak of yours?
Most certainly. But I think that my affiliation with him
I'll
and
try
his
to remember.
association has come to a close. My obligations to them took me away from my beloved too often. I do not wish to repeat that mistake.
You are forgiven.
What game had those cloaking figure guys?
Their attention, which seemed to have wavered momentarily, now redirects back to you.
Well, well, well. What to do with this one?
Well,
what
well,
are you
well.
going to do with him?
Kill him. I had quite clear instructions from Hagatha, who had apparently received them from the father himself.
Father.
What if you are not, as you say, affiliated with his association anymore?
They both share.
Tell us, King Graham, why are you here in Colima?
You take a deep breath, trying to ignore the fact that you are the only one capable of doing so, and relate your story of the vision in the magic mirror and your quest to find the 3 gems of nature. The Count and Countess exchange cryptic smiles.
Romancing the stones.
Indeed.
Obviously, that was a private joke, as you did not understand it.
So you search for the one with which you would share the rest of your life. On that I cannot fault you, nor on your intentions here. Therefore, I can forgive the trespassing. However, there is the matter of the dark gem you wish to remove from my castle. I place a deal before you. I am looking for a magnificent sapphire-encrusted tiara. It is a valuable family heirloom and has been on this estate for centuries. This castle
I wonder who
and its
decided
estate
to
are
basically
holdable.
build like a castle in the middle of like a
Virtually
swamp.
Anywhere, in any number of hiding places. I suspect there are many that even I am not aware of. I wish to present this tiara to my wife as a gift to commemorate the eternity we shall spend together. If you can find it and bring it to me before
Okay.
You nod, unable to believe that you have virtually been ushered away from death's door just so you could run an errand for a couple of vampires. You do not want to think about the consequences if you fail to meet the deadline.
But what isn't the idea of castles basically in the old times that they basically had like the town and everything else next to it, so people can run inside the castle. There is nothing next to the castle here.
Glint red as he looks
Only
directly
spam.
into your own.
For your own sake, I shall
What does it
hope
protect?
that you are successful.
You bravely suppress a shudder. It seems clear that you are not off the hook yet. The Count has nothing.
Pardon my asking, but as the Countess of this realm, I presume you have lived.
Yes.
Then how did you come to live in that old house by the sea?
After my husband died, I continued to live in the castle for a time. I watched my newborn son grow into a man, marry, and have a
Possum.
Yes. Shortly after her birth, however,
the Countess looks.
I
blah, blah, blah.
A vampire cannot truly feel grief, but perhaps my wife still recalls.
This.
Please, if I may know.
They were slain. You have met them?
Your mind.
Why would the.
As you have just guessed, the Brotherhood wish an end to the reign
Yeah,
of my family.
this is like once
Why
again
else would they give you the means to
vampires
penetrate my
versus
domain so that you could
werewolves.
do their dirty work for them?
The cross key.
Exactly. stolen from me through stealth. The Counts of Colima have all descended from a over
Blah,
that
blah,
which
blah.
I am now. Long have I cursed my ineptitude.
Do not be
Why did
so
they
hard on
add so
yourself,
much
my
like
dear.
stuff for these
I
characters?
remember that night well. That hideous.
Perhaps. Then I would have been able to protect our beloved son and his wife.
It was not so bad a time. Dear little possum loved it.
Blah, blah, blah.
I hope she will be.
This brother. They were once. Local folklore would have you believe that Weirwood Forest.
Ah.
And what I believe the monks encountered these spirits. What occurred specifically?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, their minds were apparently transformed also.
So the danger you face is not
Not at all, dear king. Though history will likely reflect such. They do not...
Okay.
You take the ham.
I take the ham. Oops. Of course I take the ham.
I wish I could read this story.
The book tells the story of a young girl who met a wolf in the forest.
The young woman's head snaps up. Her black eyes drill into your own. You gasp as you realize you are looking at yet another vampire. Just how many has the Count made tonight? The young woman's lips transform from hungry to, fortunately, pleasant recognition.
So you are the guest of my grandfather's house. I was hoping I would meet you again.
The woman is startlingly beautiful, but in an eerie, unnatural way. You find yourself unable to speak for a moment. She does look somewhat familiar, but from where?
Oh, my handsome gentleman does not recognize me? You remember
Yeah,
the
that's what
basket, the soup?
so when you turn into a vampire, you turn
With a
into like
start,
some
you
20, 30-year-olds.
She's grown and matured considerably since you last saw her. The little girl, Possum, has been transformed completely into this. She has traded her small ruby cloak for a dazzling satin robe of the same color.
Are you unhappy with my appearance?
No, it's just that you have me at a disadvantage. I do not know your real name.
Anastasia.
A beautiful name.
Yes, 'twas one of the few things my parents left me before they died.
What is this
They're
echo?
probably buried somewhere on this island, as a matter of fact. What do you seek here?
You explain your so far unsuccessful attempt to locate the tiara. The young woman looks thoughtful for a moment, then suddenly snaps her fingers. A discarded pile of books shift aside from the floor, and a single black book is revealed underneath. She appraises the black book with indignant incomprehension. You take the book from Anastasia's hand.
I do not suppose that has anything to do with it, but it must be about something important.
You open the book and are surprised to discover not pages, but a hollowed-out section in which sits a silver key. The key's handle resembles the shape of a sleeping child. There also appears to be something. In the hollow, you can see that the inside back cover has been written on. Some words have been scrawled onto the.
You try to seek to my help, blah 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 blah. Find first steps is true. Yeah, this is bluff is to have some. Yeah, I think I remember this. I think I remember this. This was the first one. Then we had no. Press the wrong one. Whoops. Oh. Tentacles.
become acquainted with the greatest.
Oh, freaking hell.
You see,
I wish I could read this
Blah, 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 blah,
story.
blah, blah, blah.
What?
You
Yes.
In the
Yeah. Save. I think it has 2 books, so maybe I pressed the wrong one. But this was first, and this. Yeah. This one, and no. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah.
You become acquainted with the greatest.
This one, this one, this one, this one. Was it the middle one? Yeah.
A new book has appeared on the 3rd shelf down.
No.
You become acquainted with the greatest.
This one, and
a new book has a. You've located the correct book. You pluck it from the shelf, and what is this?
Crystal
There
Island.
seems to be a lock binding the cover shut. The keyhole
Well, we have a key.
The key fits perfectly into the lock. You turn it and hear a soft click. Skimming through the book, you find that a map has been sketched onto the last page. Close scrutiny reveals it is a top-down layout of the castle and its surrounding ground. According to this, the tiara has been buried near one of the graves. You shudder, hoping that this is not going to be a case of... There is also a small piece of writing near the bottom. A date of fate can be found with a first, a second, and a double of nothing.
I wish only one thing as payment for helping you find...
Of course.
Would you be so kind as to take this bracelet and place it on my mother's grave? I believe she wanted me to have it while I was alive. Now, it seems... Thank you. I must retire now. It will...
Good night.
Good night.
You can't... As you hold up the bracelet, the ghosts seem to relax slightly. You wonder if it is now safe to approach them and enter the cemetery.
Why?
You place the bracelet on the grave. It immediately sinks down into the earth. The ghosts do not respond at first. Then one of them drifts toward you. It nods, almost sadly. The ghost seems to want to say something, but appears unable. Its face, though transparent and hazy, is lined with grief and torment. Its facial features waver into focus.
we understand that our daughter will never be joining us now. No longer do we need wait for her. Now we journey to the realm of the dead, where its lord waits to judge us. Farewell.
Oh no. You bow your head and cross your heart out of respect. While looking downward, you notice that a beautiful gold ring now lies at your feet.
Yay.
You lift the gold ring from the ground and carefully... Mary Ann drink. Douglas. Susanna. Lord Lord her. P. Hogan. Boris and Alfred Chambers. Count Christopher Evere. 1175 to 12. Diggy.
The one that has 1200.
You stop digging when your shovel hits something hard. There is an open hole. Nervously, you reach. There is a tin box here. It can. You search through the belongings of the deceased. According to the headstone, they belong to a Count Christopher Evere. After some tentative searching, you find a parchment. This isn't right. You run your eyes over the parchment. It's dated 1200, the same as the date on the headstone. However, the instructions pertaining to his burial were for Larman to be placed near his family at the church's cemetery. Oh dear.
Oh. Well, that's not nice. Come on.
You need to get. You climb back into the decrepit.
Let's do a different save. Oof. I have to go to the cottage.
You lift the pillow and look beneath it. To your surprise, you discover a small bottle of ointment.
Wolfbane.
A label on the side reads Wolfbane.
Let's see if we can get the one fun thing to happen. Yes. Oh, grandma.
Its lust for the taste of human flesh make. My, what sharp claws! All the better to...
Rip. Best Ballers book. Even the original one has that. The original one, I think you have is like some chance that there is like a not the grandma but the wolf. I don't remember what was the chance, but it can happen. Sorry about that.
Your heart beats fast. You look over the book. It is a journal written by Lowolf, head monk of the Church of Kalima.
50.
Flipping through it, you see
56.
a paragraph.
Limit count, go blah 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 blah.
You turn.
Blah 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 blah. Kaldar blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Forest, night, new Britain, blah blah. Blessed with gifts, blah blah blah. Spirits have made promise of great things, so blah blah blah. Time is full and I believe blah blah blah. Mine is nuclear, blah blah blah.
Passage.
Blah blah blah. This looks familiar. Blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah.
Lester William.
No, it was Larman or something like that.
Gula.
Larman.
Larman.
There we have Larman.
This. You have. You stop digging when your shovel hits something hard. There is a... With bait. As you retrieve the tiara from its final resting place, you let out a loud, relieved sigh. You feel as if the coming sunrise will be the most glorious sight you will ever behold, considering how close you were to never seeing another. Now don't delay, you still have to get it back to the castle.
Oh.
You freeze as the wolf's howl since nothing. Your anxiety. You rub the wolf. Without warning, a wolf darts.
Don't have it.
Sensing the wolfbane ointment on your skin, the wolf quickly turns and flees back into the forest. The wolfbane ointment.
Oh shit. This has nice atmosphere, just saying. It has got... Didn't the one Quest for Glory... Quest for Glory 1 had the same kind of like a feeling? Did we have to... I don't know, did we have to do the 1 second? Did it go automatically? No, we have to... South... North... West, west... North... South... West... South... South and west. Yep.
Something is wrong here. No escape. The monk and his pack have tracked you here, and they clearly intend to do nothing less than rip you to pieces. If you're going to do so, you tug forcefully. Very carefully. The silver needle fits perfectly into the end of this hollow.
Hi.
I I see you have met the Brotherhood of the Pack.
Where were you?
Detained. A man who had assumed your appearance boarded my boat.
Oh?
When we reached the other side, I perceived the flaws of his disguise and dispatched him instantly. The Count has been wary of the Brotherhood of the Pack for many years now. In obtaining what he asked for and ridding this land of their leader, you have served him doubly well this night.
Oh.
The Shrouded Ghoul. You re-enter the huge wooden doors and quickly make your way to the castle's main dining room.
You have performed admirably. Not only have you found the tiara I sought, you have rid me and this land of the deceptive and secretive Brotherhood of... They have committed many atrocities against my family. I have been forced to remain secluded all these years, unable to serve.
Is the Brotherhood really gone?
The rest of the pack followed the wolves. However, without their leader, they will find themselves as lost in mind as they are now in body. Whether human, wolf, or...
You have trapped them all in the swamp.
An endless flight through the mire awaits them. Should my long-stilled heart ever...
As you listen to the Count's cold, unforgiving tone, you think...
I release you from my service, dear king. The nearing dawn no longer...
You take the death gem. Finally, you have all 3 stones in your possession. You feel...
And all this to meet like your Tinder date. Think about that. All this. Shish.
I wish you the best, dear king.
A word of advice, King Graham. Once you have found the lady you seek, protect her with all your strength. Never leave her. Give your life for hers if it should ever come to that. Love can last an eternity. Heed those.
Blah 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 blah.
You need... You climb...
He did what?
Well, it would appear that our Count's loyalty was to be questioned after all. Keldor has decided to leave us, now that he again has his wife at his side.
No one has ever left my service before.
Yes, Father, it is most regrettable.
It is unthinkable!
Yes, Father, it is quite unthinkable.
It is up to you then, Sister Agatha.
Yes, Father, it is... pardon?
You will have to deal with it yourself. If Graham dies abroad, the crown will pass to me. And with it, the item will be known to me at long last.
Father, are you sure? It is an ancient legend.
It does exist, and I will find it. Do you hear me, Agatha? Graham is not to return to Daventry alive.
The swamp seems a bit lighter than the last time you...
I'll move. We don't even need to like sleep. Oh well, we got knocked out once, so. But as you can see from the points, we are getting near the quite near the end. King's not needs to sleep. Hail to the king, baby. I have to talk to that one librarian at least once.
The
Chirp.
Yes?
Could you recommend a...
No.
I'm sorry.
No. You have read every last one of our...
The librarian points to the book sitting on her desk. This book is entitled...
Did you know Alien said... Life is like a box of chocolates. How clever. How clever. I think we, oh yeah, soon we'll get like a really fun ways to die if you wanna see them. If you wanna. I didn't mean this one.
You have just discovered the gravity of your situation.
I didn't mean this. No, not that one.
Oh no! The plank you stepped on was a trap. You hear a noise.
A trap.
You there! Can you... Wait a minute. I know you. You're that thieving little pest who used to reside in Daventry.
Yes. How kind of you to recognize me.
And just what are you doing here in Kalima?
If it's dwarf, he has a Scottish accent.
At the moment, I'm getting my own back.
I beg your pardon?
Imagine my surprise when,
Mug,
I find that my treasure had been robbed.
Are you claiming either were yours to...
I went a bit hungry yesterday. I happen to know that you're carrying some most expensive items, including that which you stole from me. I give you a choice. Either you... I've already had a go at the ropes on the other side, so should you survive the impact once I have cut both ends here? Oh, yes. You could...
Okay.
You wrap your...
Thank you kindly. Be seeing you.
You think giving away your only means of opening the door of destiny is the answer?
Oh yeah, now I remember.
Oh no.
But that wasn't the way that you do it.
You and just...
I went to... I give... Oh...
You...
You fool!
Now, if you want...
Not a chance!
Fine, then you stay where you...
It seems that your ultimatum has caused a conflict of interest for the dwarf. While he does not want to help you, Having nothing else to do at present, you muse that kleptomania might be an inherent quality in dwarves in general. Then you notice the fraying ropes on the mountain end of the bridge.
Well?
I might just leave you there. Wait until you die, and then come back. You will not be a problem to me when you are dead.
By which time the bridge will have fallen. You have done...
While muttering something inaudible, the dwarf throws you his knife. You catch it deftly, realizing that you can't use that there. This particular dagger's edge is even if you had survived that. Oh no. You hear it?
You there! Wait, you're...
Oh. I went to... I give... I've... Oh.
You...
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's having...
Well?
I might...
By which time the...
While muttering something inaudible, the dwarf throws you his knife. You...
Save.
You...
What are you doing?
As each rope gives way to your onslaught.
Yeah, it was like this.
You've made it to the other side safely. Of course, you have no way of getting back. Not that it concerns you at this point.
You could at least give me back my knife.
Whoops.
No!
It serves you right for stealing from Daventry's magic chest.
Oh. You're a bad boy. Boop, boop, boop.
You
Save.
It is a slightly luminescent... You push the gem. Throwing...
Okay, now humppa vi get the nice stuff. Oops. Let's check them. On that face again.
Birth, growth, death. The cycle of this life is complete, now and forever. Speak, and my purpose is thus fulfilled. My passage to the next world may begin at long last.
Then, if you please, I would bid thee open.
As you wish, but a word of caution. As you enter, know in your heart which destiny you truly desire.
Let's try Futuric. Oh.
You have opted to skip a large part of your life, eager to get it over with.
Just have to listen to these. But we do wanna see those because they are like so funny ones. So funny ones.
Then, if you please, I would bid thee open.
As you wish, but a word of caution. As you enter, know in your heart which destiny you truly desire.
Lizard.
Now this is the life, a world of wine, women, and a quaint little term called precautions.
Oh, but that would be much better life. Am I right?
Birth, growth, death. The cycle of this life is complete, now and forever. Speak, and my purpose is thus fulfilled. My passage to the next world may begin at long last.
Then, if you please, I would bid thee open.
As you wish, but a word of caution. As you enter, know in your heart which destiny you truly desire.
Desire. Metro?
You have opted to spend the rest of your life in the most uncivilized world you can.
Birth, growth, death. The cycle of this life is complete, now and forever. Speak,
Forever.
my purpose is thus fulfilled. My passage to the next world may begin at long last.
Then, if you please, I would bid thee open.
As you wish, but a word of caution. As you enter, know in your heart which destiny you truly desire.
Oh yeah, the Galactic Celeste.
You have often wanted to go back into your past and try things differently. Enjoy the next.
The Galactic can't be, let's say, easy to know what it is. Galactic, you know. Oh. Because the last one, the real one that you choose is the Tower, of course.
Birth, growth, death. The cycle of this life is complete, now and forever. Speak, and my purpose is thus fulfilled. My passage to the next world may begin at long last.
Then, if you please, I would bid thee open.
As you wish, but a word of caution. As you enter,
Art Arabian.
know in your heart which destiny you truly desire.
It's a shame that
You have opted to leave your galaxy in favor of another. Enjoy yourself.
it's a shame that they didn't, you know, add like the Quest for Glory into these non-working realms, because life is like that, Lilo. Life is like that. Sometimes you can choose stuff that doesn't work.
Birth, growth, death. The cycle of this life is complete, now and forever. Speak, and my purpose is thus fulfilled. My
Yeah, Conquest Longbow.
to the next world may begin at long last.
Would have been fun also.
Then, if you please, I would bid thee open.
Or even codename Iceman or
Caution. As you enter, know in your heart which
Manhunter
destiny you
games.
truly desire.
It's a Sierra game. You choose wrong and you die. Are we in the right place?
You retrieve. You. Although.
Oh, I saw it.
You.
We need to catch the goldfish. There we go.
You cast the net into the tranquil. You grab the flopping fish. You toss the fish back into the tranquil.
Why? Well.
Thank you for not killing me. For your kindness, I will gladly take you across to the other side of this vast sea.
You carefully lower. You slide off the fish's back and climb.
What a nice fish.
You hold your finger up in the air. Some writing has appeared in the sand. It reads,
"It would appear that you, my dear, are here indeed to help."
You place your... You notice some more writing in the sand near the portal. It reads,
"You may return, but pause to learn a way to..."
Should we take that?
You pick up the beautiful... You remove an...
Coconut.
The sand... Using the sharp blade of your sword, you slice the coconut clean in half. You fill the half coconut with briny water from the magenta. A year. You hold your finger up. 3 symbols are depicted. Some writing has appeared in the sand where the symbols used to be. It reads,
"Well done, my dear. You've come so near. A king's quest is soon to end. But if now you go, alone you'd know, our broken path..."
Suddenly the sand begins.
Nope. Oops. Nothing.
The disc fits. As you insert the quartz stone into the hollow, you hear it lock into place.
Nice.
Suddenly, the statues rumble to life.
The truth you will find for one such I, for the other can only be lying. These words will provide you the means to get by. If you were to ask my companion if he knows the way through this door, he will.
Oops.
If you were to ask the first carries all manner of weather.
The girl.
If you were to, the first gave birth to all.
Yeah.
You can't.
Let's go to meet all the Interdate, right? Because we're gonna Netflix and chill. Those are, by the way, really huge steps. Ooh.
You're distancing yourself from the lion as much as possible. You hold the emerald in such a way that the window's light passes through it and shines direct.
I cannot tell you how much I appreciate what you just did for me.
You are welcome. Who are you?
At one time, I was Hagatha's suitor, when we were both much younger. Believe it or not, she was quite attractive in her day.
Oh.
But during the course of our relationship, I fell in love with another woman. In a jealous rage, Hagatha transformed me into a lion to guard this door for the rest of my life. I have seen, or rather heard, many a pretty damsel. Incidentally, I presume you have found the exit from the...
Yes.
Then I shall bid you farewell. It is awfully drafty.
You lift.
Ding, ding.
Nothing. As you hold the emerald over.
What a way to wake up.
Between the ray of light and the sleeping maiden. At first, nothing happens.
Hello, Graham.
Hello. I think you have me at a disadvantage, my lady.
Oh, of course. My name is Valenice. I've been watching you.
How?
Watching me? But how?
In my sleep, from the moment you arrived in Kalima.
The lines in the sand. Those were your words?
This is a strange place, filled with much strong magic. Once you arrived, I discovered a way to communicate to you from my sleep. I hope you found my words to be of some aid.
Indeed I did, my lady. My heart was warmed greatly when you expressed your longing to see me.
I have come to learn a great deal about you, Graham, of your nobility and bravery. I know why you came here, and how truly deep your feelings are for me. I want you to know.
Something about the way she looks at you speaks 1,000 words. She loves you, Graham. She really loves you.
Oh my. This was easy.
Even if this is a dream, this moment could not be better.
Oh.
Now, isn't this nice?
What?
What a pretty pretty pair. I hope you're enjoying each other's company, since you won't be doing a great deal else for much longer.
The door!
Which?
I'm sure it would have rhymed.
Silence. I will not be so spoken to.
Why do you despise her? What has Valanice ever done to you?
She has the attention of men all over the land. Attention that once had all been mine. I won't allow her to take it away.
I think you should just allow the two of us to...
And what?
We would leave your realm together, never to return. Then you would have all the attention you could ever want to...
Nice try, my pretty fly. And besides, the father would not want you...
The father? Is he one of your male
You think that the father is one of my admirers? How naive you are, not to even realize that the man in charge of your own army is the man who wishes you...
DDD.
You push the tuft of cat fur into the
I have something that might interest you. A youth potion. Brewed from a nightingale, no less.
You have it? Well, don't just stand there, you foolish boy. Give it to me. Yes. Yes. This is it. I thought I'd never see it again. At last, I have the finished youth potion in my hands.
Look, look.
Look at me. I am so beautiful. No! What have you done to me?
Furry.
Just giving you a taste of your own medicine.
How could you? I'll never be able to show my face anywhere.
Yif yif. So she is now a cat girl.
And I have fleas. How bad is it? Let me see. My
eyes.
Agatha's body is nowhere to be seen. I wonder where she went.
How odd.
Yes.
I beg your pardon?
You were trying to think of the best way to ask me to marry you. As I said, I have seen you in my dreams ever since you arrived in Kalima, and I have come to feel for you the way I know you feel about me. So the answer to your question is yes.
But I haven't asked you yet.
There is a far better question you could ask, such as, where shall we be wed? In your kingdom or mine?
Yours. There is something I must attend to in Daventry that may ruin the occasion otherwise.
Whatever you decide, my dear.
You manage to break open the door. The two of you venture to the smaller island where the portals...
Well, that was easy. Thank you, Tinder.
We seem to be in Agatha's cave.
How did we end up here?
I've no idea.
Inquisitively, you pick up the glass dome. Astounding. Within the dome's wall of glass is contained the entire island realm, quartz tower and all.
Everybody has like a manly chin.
Why ever would you want to take that?
This item denied you of your freedom. It is only right that you may do as you please with it. Or you could...
Valanice takes...
I shall keep it as a reminder that, regardless of what transpires from this point on, I have experienced worse.
Oh.
As you exit the cave, you notice that it is night already. Also, the two of you seem to have some company.
Beautiful night, yes?
Yes, certainly. To what do we owe the...
So this game should be done now. Then we have the third one.
Why, King Graham, Surely you do not still think of
1
me
minute, let me take
as the enemy?
quick bathroom break.
If I had wanted you destroyed, it would have been a simple enough thing to do. No, I have come only to ask a question of you, if I may.
Of course. And what would this question be?
I wish to know, have either of you ever seen a wedding ceremony performed and orchestrated by a highly experienced and rather exceptional mage?
Not really.
I cannot say that I...
Well then, prepare yourselves. I promise you both that this will be a night to remember. People of Colima, it is my desire to be reinstated as your custodian and protector, if you will still have me.
The crowd is silent. Then a murmur. It grows until finally everybody cheers in agreement and support.
Very well. Therefore, with the power and authority you have reinvested in me, I wish to conduct the ceremony of these two deserving people who have chosen to join together in marriage. Behold!
Yeah, that was quick.
King Graham of Daventry, do you take this woman to be your lawfully wedded wife, to love and to hold, for richer or poorer, in sickness and in health, as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Lady Valenice, do you take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband, to love and to hold, for richer or poorer, in sickness and in health, as long as you both shall live?
Oh, shall we get the one that we've been looking for?
Yes, it is a gift from Anastasia's parents.
I now pronounce you husband and wife. I think you know what comes next.
Hanky panky. Oh.
The crowd's jubilance reaches a new height. The people of Colima seem only too eager to rejoice in your newfound happiness.
I cannot thank you enough for your service to me in ensuring the safety of my family. Without the Brotherhood's moral decadence of old, the people of Colima can finally move forward.
Yeah, they do use lots of like those sprites from other games
to spend an eternity
as a base.
Your kindness will always be remembered.
Why do you have that?
Your valor and bravery shall echo in the Mer people's songs for ages to come.
The legacy of your homeland lives on, due to your exemplary honor.
Now, King Graham, it is time for you to take your bride to her new home.
But my ship, my crew...
I have sent them home already. By now, they will have notified everyone of your imminent arrival.
Imminent arrival?
Trust me.
Good luck, Graham.
I wish you all the best, both of you.
Give my regards to the father.
As the vapor subsides, a deafening roar erupts from the audience. All have come to bear witness to your return and the coronation of your new bride.
Welcome back, Your Majesty. And may I say, never have I seen a more beautiful and stunning bride than the one you have returned with. journey through Kalima void of
Hey, cat
peril or
crusher.
incident.
Thanks for the follow. Oh.
Agatha told me of your treachery. Who are you? Why do you call yourself the father?
We
What are you
still have the
searching
third,
for?
third game to play.
You need only know this.
I noticed that
would do best.
sometimes Twitch does that to some people. I don't know why. Weird stuff.
I must,
We are
with
not the
much
only one.
regret, inform you all of a great treachery in our fair land. This man, he who has
How are you,
sworn
man?
loyalty to Daventry and its crown, is a traitor. He has conspired to have me slain away from home with the intention of pursuing his
I have your
own
package ready.
insidious
I'm gonna send it
ambitions
tomorrow
here.
after work.
Guards, seize him!
You have made a terrible mistake, you know.
Guard, halt. Stand back.
Prepared to fight for your life, are you? And with an old fool's sword. Be warned. You do not know who you are facing.
Yeah, same.
Your ignorance shall destroy you. On guard.
But luckily I work from home, so I don't have to, you know, go anywhere. Oh, look at this action.
It is over.
I think
Nah, just helping. Oh, spooky.
Thrice now I curse, and from the first, your family shall feel the worst. Soon shall you see they'll surely be in the most dire jeopardy. Then as your foe, 'tis I who will sow the spell
Yeah,
to
just finished the
cause
second
you
one.
slow. And for my shame, for you the same, over Daventry your heirs shall reign.
Oh. We are, by the way, a bit red.
Who was that man?
Look at the character, we are so
I
red.
don't know, but I will find out someday. I swear it.
Listen, we will deal with any curses as we find them, or as they find us. Come, you must show me around your kingdom. I wish to become accustomed with the realm in which we will be raising our children.
What about your coronation?
Later.
Oh. She wants something else. Wink, wink.
Congratulations, you scored the full.
Yep, and now we... third one.